Her mother had taught her to be self-reliant, and she'd neither needed nor wanted anyone before. When had someone last held her like that? The memory of the hug suffused her with warmth like a summer breeze. Emily stopped walking and closed her eyes. The intensity of Diana's embrace had blown away her pain, and the silent support had filled her soul with strength. A powerful drug that had befuddled her mind and could easily become an addiction. The kiss must have been a byproduct of her dazed state of mind. That's it. Emily opened her eyes, squared her shoulders, and resumed her walk at a brisk pace. Comparing it to addiction might be too extreme, but maybe if she treated it like one, she could find a way to cope with it. Now that she'd owned to wanting it, she could remove herself from temptation by erecting boundaries and making them clear to everyone involved. Diana would need to understand there were rules, even if they were unwritten, that separated them for their own protection. Not mixing work with pleasure was a good rule to live by. They would just be colleagues from now on, and really, that shouldn't be too hard. In the midst of the emotional turmoil, she'd probably just confused Diana with a drummer from the beach who had starred in her dreams for far too long. An explosion of color announced that she'd reached the youth center. Street art, most of it posters in all shapes and sizes, decorated the walls of the Rainbow home. Some were half ripped off, sprayed over, or covering each other. The house looked as out of place in the quiet neighborhood as Emily felt today. She wiped her sweaty palm on her jeans, opened the door, and stepped inside. Music, or rather a cacophony of drums and guitar sounds, drifted from the back of the building and guided her to her destination. Unwilling to interrupt the session, she lingered at the open door to wait for Diana. The collection of instruments looked as diverse as the players, and their faces all showed a similar mixture of concentration and enchantment. With her back to the door, Diana crouched next to one of the kids and explained something. Emily's breath caught at the sight of Diana's form-fitting jeans, and the familiar heat in her cheeks told her that she was blushing. She quickly looked away. Remember? Resist temptation.